guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another stash swatching video for you. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, it's where I kind of take all my products and divide them in categories, so like red lipsticks, purple lipsticks, etc. And then I swatch them all on my arm and kind of compare and contrast. I did this about a year ago just kind of for fun to see how similar a lot of the things I owned were, and it really helped me with my no-buy. But this year I'm kind of doing it as a preliminary declutter. So I'm swatching them all, comparing and contrasting, and then picking out my VIPs and putting the rest in a declutter box. And I might make some saves or something like that from the box because I do really love a lot of the things that ended up going in there, but I was kind of trying to be really strict and only pick out the things I really love. So I hope you enjoy watching this. Today we are doing my nude lipsticks. Okay, so here are all of my nude lip products. I counted them and there are 19, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch them on my arm and then we'll talk about them and then I will separate them out. So let's get into it. Alright, so first we Urban Decay Walk of Shame, Marc Jacobs Moody Margot, Urban Decay Ex-Girlfriend, Lipstick Queen Saint Nude, and then Clinique Fuller Fig. So these are all kind of the sheer nudes that I have, so I thought I would group them all together. So it's Walk of Shame, Moody Margot, Ex-Girlfriend, Saint Nude, and Fuller Fig. And I'll say like they kind of just get darker. These two are very similar, but I am panning Clinique Fuller Fig. So I'm pretty okay with having all four of these since there is a variation. And on the lips I do think they do appear differently. This one's definitely a little darker than my lips. This one's more my lips but better. This one's a little lighter, and then this one is much lighter, so it kind of mutes out my lips a lot more. So I'm pretty happy with the array of sheer nudes that I have. So now I will swatch my nude glosses. Alright, so here I have NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie, Bite Lip Gloss in Rambutan, and this Too Faced Glamour Gloss in Flirt. So I swatched these up here because I know I'm going to run out of room. They're the only glosses I have. So you can see there's a good variation in here. And if you watch my videos, you know I'm not a big lip gloss person, but when I do wear lip gloss, it is nude. So I do have these three nudes and they are a bit different. So I'm okay with all of those three as well. So next up I have Bite Beauty Sable, NYX Stockholm, Bite Beauty Pepper, and Urban Decay Liar. So it's Sable, Stockholm, Pepper, and Liar. So then I have Milani Matte Naked, Urban Decay Viva Glam 2, MAC Viva Glam 2, MAC Enchanted One, and NARS Tonkin. And it's Milani Matte Naked, MAC Viva Glam 2, MAC Enchanted One, and NARS Tonkin. And then the last three are Gerard Cosmetics 1995, Lipstick Queen, Bright Natural Sinner, and NARS Jane. And so this is 1995, Bright Natural Sinner, and Jane. Right, so these are all the nudes I have. I definitely have a lot, but nude is the color I wear the most often. And I especially like sheer nudes because they're so easy. You don't need a mirror, I don't have to worry about looking crazy, and I just find that I'm most comfortable wearing that, like at work or in, you know, those kinds of settings. And even just on an everyday basis, it's just really easy and they kind of just go with everything. So I definitely have a lot, but I do wear them more than any other color. So what I'll say is, you know, there are some similar ones. There are ones that are kind of warmer and more brown. I think the most unique ones in here, the ones that aren't sheer in the glosses that I already talked about, I'll say this one is Jane from NARS. It's kind of more of a terracotta. It's got a little bit of orange in it. It's very bright while still being kind of a nude, which I really like. And then the Sinner one is definitely more pink than all the other ones. And this is 1995. It's probably the darkest. And then I think Enchanted One also has a bit of peachiness to it that the others don't have. These two are very similar looking. This one is slightly pinker maybe. And, you know, Liar is one of my favorite ones. This one is the NYX one. The formula on that I kind of go back and forth on a lot. And this is Sable from By Beauty, and I hate the way it looks on me. So that's kind of how I feel about most of these. And now I'm going to go ahead and separate them into kind of my VIPs, and then the ones that don't make it in that cut are going to go in my declutter box. And then when I do my declutter, I'm going to kind of go through the box and I might save some of them, but this is me being kind of my most harsh and really trying to pare down so I don't have anything that's too similar. Alright, so these are the ones that made it to the keep pile. I kept two of the glosses. I kept this Glamour Gloss from Too Faced, which is, I got probably 2 years ago as a sample, but I really, really like it. This is one of my favorite glosses that I own. It's one of the only ones I wear. So I do really like this, and I'm happy to keep it until it goes bad. So that is a keeper. Then I also decided to keep the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie because I really like this one as well. So this is my Gwen Stefani nude, and I bought a backup of this. It's definitely my favorite nude that I have. I love that it's sheer. I just think it's really beautiful, and I really like the sheen that it gives, and it's the perfect My Lips but better for me, so I'm obviously going to keep this. Then in terms of the lighter sheers, I have these two. I did keep both of them, even though I could probably live with just one of them. This one is brand new, and this one's a little older, and it's more worn down. So I might try to pan this at some point, and so I'm happy to keep both of them. And then these two were very similar in the swatches. They were these two right here. But I am panning this one, so I'm happy to keep this one around. And this one is definitely newer, so it'll last a while, and I really like it. So once this one is gone, I won't mind having another similar type of product. The Enchanted one I think is kind of unique compared to the rest, plus I really love this packaging so much, so I don't want to let it go. So that was this one, I believe. It's kind of got more of a peachy tone to it than the other nudes. And I know I'm probably stretching it a little bit because they all are pretty similar, but like I'm pretty picky about nudes. If it's a little off, I won't like it, so that's why they are kind of all pretty close to each other, because if they're a little different, then I wouldn't like them. Liar is just one of my favorite nudes of all time. It's this one right here. It's a little darker, a little bit pinker, but I just really love that one. A little rosy. This is my other favorite matte, or nude. It's my favorite matte nude that I have, and that one's very similar to, I think it was this one. So these two are very similar, but I like this one better. And this is Jane and the center one. These two are the ones I said were kind of unique. This one's kind of a brighter pink nude, and this is kind of a brighter terracotta nude. This is Nars Tonkin, and I just really love this one. I think it was this one. I kind of forgot. I think this is 1990. Yeah, so I think it's this one, and it's kind of in the same vein, but I do like it. It's a matte formula, and it's just a bit darker than the other matte one I kept. So, and this is Pepper from By Beauty. I just got this one. It's kind of new, and I haven't gotten a chance to really play with it a lot, so I'm not ready to let it go yet. So these are the ones that I am putting in my declutter box. It doesn't mean I'm going to 100% declutter them, but it means I'm kind of on the fence about them, or there's a couple that I know that I definitely will declutter. So this one, the packaging broke, I dropped it, and so that's been annoying me. I do really like the color in the formula. It's a 1995 from Gerard Cosmetics, but I wouldn't be able to bring this in my purse because it would fall apart, and so that's kind of annoying. And you know, it's not that different than some of the other ones I own. So that's why I decided to put this in the declutter box. So this is the declutter box. This one, I mentioned I really hate the way it looks on me. It just pulls kind of pinky and not in a good way. So I want to declutter that one probably for sure. This one, I'm kind of iffy on the formula. I think I've decluttered it and then pulled it out of my declutter box a couple times. So I probably should just declutter it once and for all. But we will see. Then these two I'm more on the fence about. I really like Viva Glam too, but it is very similar to Milani Matte Naked. There are these two right here. And then this one is just a gloss, and like I said, I barely ever wear gloss, so I really don't need 3 new glosses. 2 is probably too many as well, but this is probably the one I reach for the least. Hi guys, so today is the next day. I also forgot to film the swatches of the ones I decided to keep. So this is definitely a lot. It's definitely still overkill, and you know, I probably could have done a little more, but I'm not going to, because I do really love nudes, and I do find that, you know, a slight difference in undertone can really change the way it looks on you. That's my justification. But here I have two glosses, a light and a dark. That's Fortune Cookie from NYX and Flirt. This is Walk of Shame, Moody Margot. This one is Ex-Girlfriend, Fuller Fig, Saint Nude, Milani Matte Naked, Enchanted One, Liar, Pepper, no, Liar, Tonkin, Pepper, Bright Natural Sinner, and Jane. So I'm happy with the ones I've pared down. I think this is a good range. I have a bunch of sheers, and then I have a bunch of more opaque ones with a little bit different shades and finishes. So yeah, that is all of the nudes I am definitely keeping.